Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Today is our 38th annual Share Your Christmas, and it's a big day ahead. We want to send it right on over to Clay Smith, who is in Cleveland, with an update on what you can expect this Friday. Good morning, Clay.
Well, good morning, Elise. It is the 38th annual Share Your Christmas, and we're here live at the Life Care Centers of America here in Cleveland. We'll be accepting donations all day long, beginning at 4:30, which was about 35 minutes ago, all the way until 6 p.m. So if you're not able to come out this morning, of course, you'll be able to come out later this evening. Bring out those canned goods, canned fruits, peanut butter. That's just among some of the most needed items, and you can really help out with families in need this Christmas. But as we take a look at your forecast, of course, if you're coming out this morning, we're going to be dealing with some of that patchy fog. So if you're heading down 24 into Chattanooga or down into Dalton, you may run into some reduced visibility. So just be mindful of that. Be careful out there. As for your rain chances, we have a couple of light showers on the radar, but really nothing of note. More or less, it's just a couple of sprinkles rolling through. So the morning commute, we have wet roadways already, but rain falling, not going to be a big deal, but we're still going to have a few scattered showers on and off throughout the day. Not going to be a washout. And then by the time we get into the 8 o'clock hour, notice those rain chances really go down. We'll have some fog overnight. But as we take a look at your future cast, again, notice most of the rain going to stay in North Georgia today. Again, that frontal boundary is going to be a little further to the south than we originally thought, which means a bulk of the rain is going to stay across North Georgia. But of course, that could cause some issues out there on the roadways for your drive home to work if you live in Dalton or Calhoun. But by this evening, notice how most of the rain, well, it wraps up and we're really not going to have too much in the way of issues. But as we take a broader look at things, again, going into your Saturday, we're actually going to dry out briefly. Again, this isn't going to be a prolonged period of dry weather. We've been just very, very wet lately. It's been a very active pattern. That'll continue into Saturday evening. Our next round of storms going to come through. This could dump another 1 to 2 inches of rain. That'll continue into Sunday morning. Notice how that boundary kind of drifts to the south. So we're still going to have some of those showers around. And then going into your Monday and Tuesday, that's when we can finally maybe put aside the umbrellas, the rain jackets briefly, because we're going to lose some of those rain chances as we move into early next week. But like I mentioned earlier, we could pick up an additional inch, maybe even 2 inches of rain between now and Sunday evening. So the rainy days not behind us just yet. Again, typically this time of the year we have some pretty active weather, and that's something that's going to continue with those rain chances coming back Wednesday. So Wednesday into Thursday, that's kind of going to be our turning point as we're going to be tracking a really strong system, and that's going to eventually bring us some cooler air here in the Tennessee Valley. So as for your forecast highs, notice that downward trend moving into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Average high 55 degrees. By Thursday, 53. But if you could only see Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you would see much colder temperatures because the overall pattern trend, yeah, that's right, we're going to flip it because it's been really warm to start the month. But by the time we get close to Christmas, those blues indicate a pretty good shot at below normal temperatures. So this is going to be an interesting pattern developing later in the month. So that's something we're going to watch pretty closely. And by next weekend, we could even have a couple of high elevation snow showers. So that is also something to watch closely. But for today, it can be much too warm. 67 degrees. And of course, we'll be tracking some of those on and off showers. But like I mentioned, it's going to be very spotty, especially through the morning and evening. And then by tonight, 52 degrees with isolated showers and more areas of fog. And here's a look at how your next 7 days shapes up here live in Cleveland. Temperatures coming down into the 50s. But like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be here all morning long. So come by, donate some of those canned good items. We'll be here all the way until 6, or they'll be here collecting donations all the way till 6. But we'll be having more throughout the show. Now, back to you, Elise.
Thank you so much, Clay. Make sure you grab those raincoats and those rain jackets. Well,